Lycan runs at you, like you can man fight him, you can drop your Wukongs down. So, and it's also they've got 3 melee cores, so whatever lane he, it's going to be pretty favorable.
Yeah, and with the Weaver, it looks like with Alacrity playing it that's going to be the mid laner. So against a Lilgun, that's still perfectly fine. The other thing that's really nice about the Monkey King, and I'm not sure if they even thought about it, is that, you know, having a little bit of PTSD from their attempts to go high ground. Now you can actually just push out the Wukong's command, and then suddenly it's a lot riskier for them to try and make any sort of harassment play against you. Even if it's just the Firestorm or the Pit of Malice, you've at least got your monkeys that are going to be hitting away.
Oh, Sanctity does have 2 poor tankers at the moment, so looks like at least with the items might be going towards that mid lane.
Okay.
They did scout him out though. I think both teams actually might have just got vision. Instant D-ward from the Phoenix there. So this is a bit of a wonkier lineup here from Radiant, but how are we feeling in this second game? Are you a fan of either team's draft?
It's hard to say, right? Because I want to see how Sanctity is in the mid lane with this Earth Spirit, right? They've changed things up a little bit. He's, you know, pump faking the deny onto his own Observer Ward, just wanting to make sure he's not giving up any experience to the Galaxy Racer side, which is smart enough. You know, you got the experience bounty on the Phoenix and a little bit of experience as well for the Earth Spirit. As for who I'm favoring, I'm going to say Galaxy Racer, just because I feel like they might have learned a few lessons from that, but Lilgun, they just converged so well, and their team fighting was immaculate. So we'll see if they're able to get past this laning stage and, you know, these first initial pick-off team fights, because I think that's going to be the real key.
Yeah, we'll just see the pressure start to really ramp up once they're able to get out of the laning phase here. But yeah, eyes on Sanctity. Very impressed with that Morphling performance. So we'll see how he's able to fare on a bit of a different hero here, as the Earth Spirit's going to get played from him. But we even have, you know, Alacrity playing a Weaver mid. So yeah, a couple of interesting heroes. We're going to have this, but at least with the matchup top though, Marvel might struggle a little bit. I mean, the Monkey King being this lane dominating hero against the melee matchups, and you even have that slow with 3/4/3's Arctic Burn as well. So already Hishki is looking to try and drag the wave and help out the Underlord as much as possible.
And I think this is exactly what they wanted anyway, with the Tide Hunter laning up against the Lycan. You know, he's not going to be able to completely dominate the lane with his, once he's got that Feral Impulse available.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of these lanes should be pretty strong here from Dai. I mean, you've got the Monkey King, the top lane that's going to work well. You highlighted that the Tide, you know, always has the opportunity to play mid if they wanted to put the Lycan there. They get that matchup regardless in the bottom side of the map. So at least laning phase, looking like Galaxy Racer, if they can, you know, not throw away a couple of kills, should come out pretty strong here. You already see the damage that's coming through. Ace could be in trouble as he doesn't have the level 2 just yet. That Fire Spirit attack slow, just gonna keep his life there. Has to pop the salve.
He's totally fine with that though, you know, he's got still 3 more Fiery Spirits to be able to launch out onto these guys, so he's just gonna look to harass as much as possible. And now he's hit onto level 2, so he's got a little bit of an escape mechanism for himself as well. I wonder if Weaver's going to go into something a little bit different, like a Gleipnir, for example. Try and lock someone down. I feel like if you're buying that item, you need to be someone that needs to make full use of the mana pool. So someone like a Weaver or a Bloodseeker that's just constantly using abilities.
Yeah, we'll see kind of what differences he's gonna pick up here. An interesting item.
It's going to give them the extra amount of lockdown that they need, I think, right? Because you're against a Phoenix and a Lycan and an Earth Spirit, all of which have a lot harder time if you remove a lot of their mobility. So yes, you've got a couple of extra stuns, but I feel like you still do need that tiny little bit of extra lockdown on top of that.
Yeah, they don't have the easiest way to kind of start. I guess with the Gleipnir will enable them to follow up. Again, it's no like these short stunning cooldowns. Curse, Ravage, Rolling Thunder. I guess you got the Balance Strike, but even then, that's kind of like 22 seconds, so you don't really want to commit or in your big ulti, so to say. lose the courier. That's a little bit of damage well with the slows coming up from the Winter Wyvern. Ghost being able to stack up the Jingu here. With the Boundless combined up with that extra damage thanks to the passive getting procs.
I see that. Almost able to get first blood. Downside is that 343 wasn't able to get one right click in onto Marvel, so would have been really effective against his high HP pool, just to get that that burn ticking onto him. But it's all worth it if you're able to get the kill. Wasn't able to this time around. I think this is just especially in mid lane, it's a bit of a game of chicken right about now. You've got Alacrity who's like, you know, roll forward onto me. Try and make an attempt at, you know, getting some harass out. You can see here both rotations coming through to the runes, and it's going to be Sanctity lucking out this time.
Kind of got lucky there that he actually hit the Pangolier as well. If he didn't, he probably would have rolled a little bit too far and wouldn't have got the refill. And that's nice as well, because we saw the rotation from the Nyx refilling up the bottle, and now he's got an extra 3 to be able to utilize. Although he's going to roll in forward. Alacrity will get stunned up.
Well, he's just going to walk away. I liked how Alacrity was doing that, making sure to use his right click when he was still on the... he was in tower range, but he wasn't at the tower's attack change range, if that makes sense. It's about 500 units. Top lane, though, Ghost is in a little bit of trouble.
Doing a lot of damage here to the Monkey King. He's going to try and man fight once he's able to get the Jingu, but the Spike Carapace nicely done from Hishki. He's going to be able to pick up first blood there. That's big, because this was a lane where I was anticipating for it to not go as well for Lilgun, but very nicely done from them.
Is going to do his best to try and keep this bounty rune for his team. He doesn't pick it up. All right. Is Ace just going to dive up onto here? Yeah,
oh,
takes it
no.
away.
Oh no! I mean, now Alacrity doesn't get a read. Yeah, you gotta love that. I mean, you just snag away 2 bounties. You're gonna get all 4 now for Lilgun, and this is also top lane Ghost. Playing a little bit of revenge here is Hishki. Getting chased down. That high attack range for the Monkey King. Let's see if it's going to pay off, though.
Shoots him out the nighttime. Being really handy. Oh, there's advantages of having that super defensive ward, and they're even going to deny it again. Lilgun, they're not shy about saying, you know what? As long as you don't get it, I don't mind if we don't get it.
Yeah, we got the all the use we wanted out of it. And I'm waiting to see when Sanctity wants to think about making some of the rotations here. I guess the issue is that the Earth Spirit as a hero to shove out the lane a little bit less than some of the other mid laners to enable these rotations to the side lanes, but it does have very good ganking potential, of course, with the that rolling bolt.
And here we go. It's right now. He's got the Arcane Rune, he's making the rotation top. He's going to try and catch them out as they're doing this big stack, and Marvel's target number 1.
Yeah, nice double Splinter Blast, gets both the slow, and well, Underlord is going to end up falling here, just tries to sacrifice his life. Might even get a kill before he does.
Gone down in flames.
Alacrity, he's got the ward on the high ground to be able to utilize too as well. Hishka still in trouble. He's got the Spire Carapace, but I think he's still going to be able to get chased down here with the next round of the Sakuchi.
Oh, nicely done. Actually killed that Ghost's courier, so he's going to be very annoyed about that. The extra attack speed from having the full power treads, not going to be.
Did he survive? Oh. What the hell? Nicely done, actually, for the Nyx. He ran towards the eastern side of that high ground, so just lost the vision there from the Weaver, unfortunately.
Very nicely done. Destras as well was able to get away from a gank attempt. First magnetized, not useful at all by Sanctity. And, well, bot lane, it's just a lot more chill, you know? They're just like, you know what? Phoenix, you can get a few levels. Lycan, he's got the regen and the extra damage from the Feral Impulse just to be able to jungle. But KOXWay, he's not going to mind too much. He's going to be the one that everyone rallies around. He's going to go this full item aura build. I don't think this is an Ags game, just because you've got the Nyx and, you know, it's another potential lockdown.
Destras is kind of hunting though. Really wants to scout out where the Lycan is, knowing that he left that bottom side. Want to try and always have tabs on where this hero is going to be farming in the jungle.
They've seen that he's level... Oh, Ross passed very nicely done by Alacrity there to be able to dodge out the roll. Snares the invisibility rune for himself. But yeah, I don't even think that they need to make any attempts on the Lycan just yet. You know, he's got his Necro 1, he's very close to Necro 2, just roaming around at the moment on Pangolier, trying to leech some of that experience and just seeing, you know, when is he hitting these big power spikes? When is he level 7? When does he have those extra wolves that are going to be able to, you know, start to cripple some of these supports that are, you know, a lot squishier once you get on top of them.
We do see Ghost making an early rotation down bot one and trying to get the help out with the kill there. Finds Ace, and now he's going to put pressure on the tower, and this is going to send KYXY up top. And I mean, he's top of the net also with the threat of Ravage, so I like this move from the Tide. It is to the Underlord lane, so of course that percent damage with the Firestorm will kind of reduce the tankiness that we see a lot of the time on the Tide, but they're wrapping on Sanctity mid as well.
Should still have the roll. Needs to be careful. Weaver's one of the best at being able to block out that rolling boulder, but obviously very tanky, just going for the bracer to start off with, and being a strength hero, one of the highest strength games in the game, I believe, he's able to just walk it off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ghost will finally get that complete power treads, so he's going to be farming a little bit quicker now.
Ravage. Onto 2, Spike Carapace can delay a little bit of the follow-up damage here. Hishki will still end up falling though. At least they get a TP up, and we see the Ravage getting committed though.
Yeah, Ravage just for Hishki. It feels he's okay with being the sacrificial lamb, and even despite that, he's been getting a decent amount of farm for himself. He's almost, well, he's got his Tranquil Boots, he's got a little bit of that extra speed, full Magic Wand, and just building into the Yule Scepter, just trying to survive for as long as possible, allow the Phoenix and the Underlord to do a lot of the damage here. He wins the Rune Battle this time around, though. Oh, I'm hearing a shapeshift. They're making a run here. KYXY is the target. That break as well, going to be really handy.
We'll see punishing the Tide Hunter here. Lovely. Nyx, as soon as he has that ultimate, unfortunately, won't get the stun.
The kick might have actually prevented the kill as well.
Yeah. Stopping the extra little damage from those right clicks there, but nice rotation for them, and they're going to try and look to put some pressure on top of the top tower. But we do see Dire doing minor move from them, putting some pressure on mid, so it's going to force Lilgun to bring some reinforcements and react to this.
So look at 343, he didn't go all the way back to base, he's going to curse up the Lycan, it'll get the kill.
Even mid though, with rolling forward. Sanctity pops the ultimate, they're burning down these trees here. Even Alacrity's going to be careful as well, but he's going to get healed back up once again with the time lapse. Pango will pay the price here. They're unable to catch up to Alacrity though, so we do see the Lycan end up falling top. Pango is going to also join him in the Afterlife too. Still some aggression though up as KYXY just playing around with Marble.
As a Wyvern spammer, that is one of the most satisfying feelings in a game of Dota. If you go up against these cheese heroes like, you know, your Broodmothers or your Meepos or your Lycans, and they're sleeping for about half a second, and then all it takes is a single smoke into a Winter's Curse. They're dead, and you're like, well, core for what?
Structures are where you're watching. That's how it's done.
The next label play.
Silently Ghost has been getting a lot of farm as well. He's going to be working on the Maelstrom, it looks like. He's got the Javelin completed.
Oh, they're rolling in again onto Destrus, and they're going to be able to clean him up. They didn't even need to use the... well, hasn't got any points in the Geomagnetic Grip, actually. A little surprised, to be honest, when you're going up against, you know, a Weaver, a Pangolier. Heroes that you do want to lock down. Even if it's just the one value point, it's still 2 seconds of silence. He doesn't care at all though. He's just sitting underneath the tower.
You know, classic Earth Spirit just being so tanky with like Treads, Bracer, all the stat items to stat game 4.4.
Has fallen.
But Ace could be in trouble. He's got the Supernova. They need some extra rotations coming through. So you can get the ultimate off with the Boundless Strike. Dives away. Now we have some TPs, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit too late, unfortunately.
Marvel's here. He should be able to just drop down his Firestorm and get out of dodge.
If the rest of the team smoke down, if they can hold this for the next 15 seconds, they do have Ravage though, and if Phoenix can TP in...
Found Marvel.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, there's no help, and now, I mean, a little bit awkward there. Marvel tried to come down to help the Phoenix, but the rest of the team didn't want to join them. So I guess it is leaving mid free here. He's making a lot of space and making him work for it though, this pit being so annoying. So he'll be able to drop another Firestorm, but...
Oh, it doesn't.
Finally, they tip it down, but it's a little bit late. All the boys are coming. Sanctity hits the stun, but where's the silence? Just that extra control would have been so important to be able to find the Weaver. Now 3-4-3 with the curse. Going to be able to disrupt this once again with the roll. Clips off the Winter Wyvern. So they're going to be able to bring down 3-4-3, but the consequence is the Nyx Assassin in the mid lane. They do still find the tide though, so it's a 2-for-2 across the map.
Again, nice play by 3-4-3 with the Wyvern, making sure to drop his curse. Doesn't let him kill, but makes sure that the Weaver's able to get away. It costs the Earth Spirit his Magnetize one more time, so we haven't really seen an effective usage of it just yet. But yeah, as you mentioned, just a little bit slow on that rotation through there. I think even if they had one extra person, that's a second Firestorm, and when you're fighting constantly underneath this tier 1 tower, that's a good amount of extra armor coming through to the Underlord, and it took them way too long, in addition to that Embrace, to be able to kill him.
We do see these games, you know, neck and neck though. 14 minutes in, very minimal net worth lead that we have for Lilgun at the moment, just 13 kills throughout the entirety of the game. See how the next fight's really about to break out. We might have a smoke potentially in the next couple of 20 seconds or so by the bounties coming through, but it looks like Wyvern's actually in trouble mid. Hishki keeps 3-4-3 stuck inside the Firestorm and the pit.
Earth Spirit's a big threat now. He's got his haste, he's got level 11, he's got an Echo Saber, and that extra 50 damage from the level 10 Talon. So it's a dangerous prospect now that he's got the Geomagnetic Grip as well. He could essentially solo a Weaver if he catches him in the right spot.
Maybe the Pango, that could be a solo potential there. Needs some extra help. Doesn't have the control just yet, the haste, if he wants to continue chasing.
KYXY was pumping that Ravage.
He's still going to be careful. They've got a lot of percent damage coming through with Firestorm and their Sunray. You see the tide falling low. Has to get the Ravage now with the Rolling Thunder forward as well. Die. Where's the extra damage? They don't have the cause just yet. Now with the Supernova deep on top of the backline here. Hishki with the follow-up stun prevents the Wyvern from being able to get the attacks to help out with the Supernova. And now Ghost even jumped in forward as well. But the balance drops the ultimate. It's going to force Radiant to disengage, but they don't have any stuns to lock him in. Alacrity's going to wrap through. We'll find an extra. But it looks like 1, 2, 3 wants to clean up. Ghost cancels the TP. Sanctity's still going to be careful because the Wukong's doing an immense amount of damage, but they bring Kimp down. It's all up to Alacrity now. Gonna try and secure Tion forward. Ace, unfortunately. It's gonna be the target here for the Weaver, but he might get caught up by the roll. No, Sanctity just off the mark. The silence as well. Weaver so goddamn slippery.
Just gets away. But again, these intense team fights, KYXI probably not getting the most ideal Ravage available just because he didn't have the immediate follow-up from his cores. Again, no Winter's Curse used in that fight. I didn't see the Rolling Thunder used, maybe at the very start, but it was yeah, just a little bit disjointed. So the fact that they were able to, you know, neutralize a lot of the benefits that Lilgun could have potentially got, I think they could see that as a win.
Yeah, and I think we're going to continue seeing Lilgun put the pressure on the map. I mean, they've got a Lycan and your Earth Spirit as your 1-2, whereas Dire kind of have the scaling potential as a Weaver and a Monkey King. They've got the Maelstrom, which is going to increase their farm and help out with a little bit of damage as well throughout the fights once they do break out.
She's just continuing to be a nuisance against this Weaver. Be sure to yeah, give him not the easiest time in this bot side of the map. 4-3's standing around nearby though. Has he got good skill?
Looks like he might be, yeah. Radiant coming over, missing a couple abilities. Sanctity though with the Arcane. They're gonna get a pretty nice curse here. It's by objectives as well, so Deisha is going to be able to bounce back and forth with the Rolling Thunder. Sanctity falling incredibly low. He's able to get the ultimate off, but there's no more follow-up here without the stones. No extra damage as well. Pango Shield Crash gives him some protection, but he's still stuck inside the pit. For the rest of Radiant, two of their heroes are up to the top side of the map here. So they're going to find a double for Alacrity. Marvel will have to commit the ultimate. Ace and 1, 2, 3 both had TPs. Actually, Ace just coming back off cooldown there, but I guess with the Lycan already using the Necro books, and would have been a little bit difficult to join the bottom fight there.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's fine just to get this next big key item up in the AC. Even just the buckler's going to be really handy against a lot of this. I suppose you can call it just AoE burst damage. You know, the Anchor Smash, the Swashbuckle, the Boundless Strike. Really good at quickly bursting down a lot of these Lycan units. Ghost, you're not just going to forget that bullwhip, are you? It's on the ground. There we go.
3-4-3, nice sidestep. Gonna get out of it. Won't sidestep the roll though. Sanctity's gonna clip that. Pretty close to the tower. Let's see if Dire have the rotations coming through. Radiant, they're on top of the high ground.
Have to be a bit careful about getting too tunnel vision. Again, Monkey King is not there. You don't have your Wyvern to go for.
Risky. Pit on the back. Marvel nicely done. Locks in two with the Supernova as well. Lacrity's going to try and bring it down. Where's the help of the rest of the team? Ghost is coming forward. They got the last right click for the Monkey to help out there and help out. The extra abilities for the Phoenix. But Wukong's very defensively is going to stop the Lycan from moving forward on Ghost, but he's still taking a lot of damage with the rolling forward. They dropped the Ravage, but the Monkey's still going to end up falling here. Now without the extra help of the damage, it looks like it's all up to Lacrity, but they've just stunned him up. A beautiful curse though from 3-4-3 coming forward with TP. They're going to be able to control the Lycan. Sanctity still wants to try and man fight this though. Has one more stone available, misses that one unfortunately. They don't have vision at the moment. 3-4-3 looks like just might be the sacrificial lamb. But coming out ahead in that team fight, they're going to be able to bring 4 heroes down at the price of the 2 from them. Not getting many objectives out of it though, even though they've got 17 kills.
Yeah, I suppose with the Lycan, he still does want to finish up that AC. I think that's the key go item for taking the remainder of these objectives. Obviously, Sanctity very strong at this point of the game. He's just building up into... Has he finished his BKB with that fight? No, he's going the Sanj and Kaya, huh?
Interesting.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So a very minimal net worth lead at the moment, but Radiant not looking to really let go of any of the pressure. But is this a game where you continue to see is Dire just feel like taking fights whenever they have their ultimates and then kind of just getting out of dodge when they don't?
A golden thread.
I really don't want to see Galaxy Racer take another fight until Ghost at least has his Ag Scepter. I feel like that's so important for these fights to be able to deal with, you know, the likes of the Lycan, the Nyx Assassin. You can't just stand on top of people. Even the Earth Spirit, right? You're going to be able to take some retribution damage, I guess I would call it, from just the statues. And you don't really care about the statues. They don't have health. Further enables that Roche potential as well. Even just tower taking.
3-4-3. Oh, just such a nuisance with the Lycans. You might even be able to find him with this last remaining wolf. Unless the Lacry can bring it down fast enough, he can.
He's been pretty on point with his curses.
He has, definitely has. But it feels rough when you have to use a defensive like that. Just the summons. Bit of a nuisance there for the Wyvern. And we see once again, last game the Nyx Assassin Mana Burn was so important to deal with the Troll Wall, just so he wasn't able to constantly spam out that Whirling Axes. And already Nyx has got that one maxed out. He's level 13 from Hishki, so important here. You know, Tidehunter is a hero that doesn't have the greatest mana pool, so if you can continue burning that one down, we could see it pay off drastically in a big team fight.
They're not even waiting for that AC to be finished up. They're looking to take this tier 2 tower, making a really aggressive move here as Sanctity.
Commits the ultimate and actually roll away, so no ulti now. Yeah.
Having the confidence in thinking, well, I'm not going to die just because of, you know, massive HP pool, 2800. And yeah, I think it was just trying to bait out a couple ults there.
Man's got some balls of steel to make a play like that. So see, KYXY.
Tower is under attack.
Just no meta. He might actually be in trouble here though.
The cripple's going to be really
coming
handy.
Through. If Hishki wants to get rid of the passive as well, he can pop that Vendetta. There's the breaking over the Sun Ray % damage. 3-4-3. Has to commit the ultimate. There's no more follow-up throughout the duration. Even Marvel's going to wrap on through. Prevent 3-4-3 from getting up. Nice yours. Now he's going to be stuck in the pit. Put the Rolling Thunder forward. Nyx Assassin might pay the price here. Ghost doesn't want to commit the ultimate. Can they get the Uber away? However, he needs to get in range. Marvel's actually going to cancel that. Now, for the rest of the team, and they lose the Nyx. They're still up on the high ground here. Sanctity's actually going to roll up forward. Catches out the Monkey King here. He does. It's going to allow Ghost to commit the ultimate. Now, Radiant looks like they just have to retreat after that. A bit of an awkward fight from them as they don't get the perfect execution that could enable them to take Roche. They've got a lot of minus armor on Dire.
they do, and that'll probably give them enough money to finish up the Pipe of Insight on KYXY as well. Going to be really handy against this Phoenix and Earth Spirit. We honestly haven't even seen a good Magnetize come out yet, so there's a lot more strong teamfight potential that we've yet to see from Lilgun.
Bounty.
There we go. Kaya finished up. So a lot of that extra damage coming through, buffing up that status resist as well, which is going to be real handy.
Yeah, it's a nice little item here for Spirit. Looks like he's going to be going for the Shivas as the next one. It's got that 15, so the extra damage with the rolling boulder, but yeah, I imagine the next real big fights will tend to see around Roche, because I mean, they just got the BKB on Weaver, they got the Aghanims on the Monkey King. Ghost is going to be going for the BKB as his next item, so if they can kind of get that without really having to take too many fights on the Weaver, he is in trouble here. Nicely done, Nyx Assassin underneath the Sentry. He's got that Spike Carapace.
I just did that.
Yeah, it's a fine line between, you know, creating space on the map by farming in these hyper-aggressive places, and Weaver's probably one of the best heroes to do that, but I think there's a difference between the lane pressuring a tower and just trying to take away some of their jungle where you didn't have any vision on the Radiant team. So a little bit of a questionable play there by Weaver, and as well, he's gone the Ag Shard already, which I love the item, but I just feel like he doesn't quite have the additional damage that's going to make it really worthwhile. 343's been quiet again.
They're going to be careful because they don't have the Weaver. Lycan's going to need some extra help, but KYXY is in trouble here. The slow coming out thanks to the Necronomicon. They're going to buy back on 343.
There's some good disengage.
Even Destress. Sanctity. Nicely done. Nice, so they're going to dip out. Lycan does commit the ultimate. Yeah. Let's see if they want to still stick in the area. I mean, they're about to have the Weaver back alive. They've got a nice high ground ward as well. But Radiant not going to try and get too antsy. We still see Alacrity once again back down to bot. Actually, time lapse down there to try and continue being a nuisance and shoving out this bottom side of the map, really forcing Radiant to have reactions down here.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the real aggressive play that you do need to make. You know, the win probability graph, it's dipped a little bit more in their favor now, but it just feels like it's on a knife's edge. Could go either way. It might even be the difference of something like the Weaver having level 20, especially once you've got that Ag Shard. Having the 4 extra swarm attacks needed to kill.
Once again, Spike Carapace a little bit too late. There's no extra damage follow-up as well. Radiant, do they want Delta Split as set? They want to actually take the fight. Sanctity with the rolling forward. Now Marvel cancelled the ultimate. They're going to try and man-fight Ghost. Gets the ultimate off for the last second. But the rolling started forward as well. Radiant needs to try and disengage on top of the high ground here. The Supernova is going to enable them. But now Ghost is still falling incredibly low. 343 chucks up the curse to Northern Side. It's not going to matter. Big target in the Weaver and the Monkey King have been brought down to start the fight. And now it looks like Lilgun, they can fall off more. With the E-play burst through the pain go. KYXY is going to kick the way. And then with the rolling fronted chasing on forward for more. This is going to be a full 5-man wipe as Radiant, their execution through team fights from game 1 and game 2 is still showing as they bring down all 5 on that high ground.
Yeah, really nice play there by to be able to turn that around for Lilgun, but again, it was just Weaver overestimating how slippery he is as a hero. Going up onto that high ground, I was still thinking, okay, he's gone in deep. Where's the pipe? Where's the Ravage? And he was able to be burst from 100% to 0 without any response from the rest of his team. I was really surprised.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, we see what's happening now when Radiant had those items. You know, we're kind of waiting for that AC, you know, the Earth Spirit item as well. But it's the ones, like the Monkey King without the BKB, the Weaver didn't use the BKB. So this is a lot of their gold that's just not really getting utilized. And they just brought down the cause, even though the ultimates just weren't really in conjunction here from Galaxy Racer. And now this has pushed them down with a deficit of 5,000 gold, and now it's going to continue giving Radiant an opportunity to be able to get pushed up across the map and take some objectives here.
AC finished up, by the way, nearly level 18 on 123, getting close to that BKB as well. And Sanctity almost level 20, getting close to his Shivas. I think that's the next big timing. They don't need to rush things right now. Even the level 18 on the Phoenix is going to be so important. someone miss a psychic headband.
Very close to leaving that one behind.
I'm hearing a like an ulti. They're keen.
Trying to take the fight. Ace commits the E-Blade on top of the Titan Hunter. Let's see if they can deal with the Winter Wyvern. That cold embrace and the Winter's Curse so annoying for the Lycan, but they're diving a bit deep here. Ghost going to be able to get the ultimate up with the Curse, disrupting the fight, but it only gets one. The Supernova's going to end up popping. Doesn't really do too much here. Wyvern still... Have they delayed this long enough, though, to hold them inside the Wukong square? Ghost going to end up still without the BKB. Lacron is going to pop his own, but does he have the damage? Goes through the Lycan now with the respawn as well. He's going to try and chase forward more. Hishki has to keep it to yours, try and keep himself alive. People, where's the extra help? It's just not there at the moment. It's all up to Sanctity. He's going to try and roll in. They're stuck inside the Firestorm as well. It's only a decent amount, but now it looks like with the Dark Rift, they'll make it away. So diving deep aggressively underneath the tower, they might be able to find Ace as well, or Sanctity. He's actually coming back with the Underlord.
Oh, the fake back. We love to see it. See Dota. A little bit surprising. He had the DD bottled up there on Sanctity, but didn't use it until the very end of the fight. So I thought maybe he could have burst down a couple more people if he had that available.
Radiant's middle tower is under
A bit of a wonky start though. I mean, not being able to burst through the tides, incredibly tanky, and then diving underneath that tower. I mean, seeing the Wukongs, it's really being awkward because you can't commit on top of the Lycan, and then if the rest of the team stand inside that vicinity, then Lycan's ultimate kind of gets wasted a little bit. You know, maybe there's no extra follow-up. We saw the Supernova wasn't the greatest, so and a fight wasn't really in the choke point for Lilgun. You know, punish them a little bit there for that aggressive. And this does now allow Dire to get some farm, and Monkey should have this BKB relatively soon, hopefully before the next big fight.
Weaver, he's got the Maelstrom, and he had the Gleipnir queued up, but he's just changed it over to the Mjolnir. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like both are okay, but I feel like in the middle of a hectic team fight, you can often just forget to use the Mjolnir proc, and you don't get the maximum usage out of it. You can even just get the damage to proc the Lycan melee creep, which can oftentimes just kill you because you're not the strongest or highest HP hero on that Weaver.
Not Radiant back alive, and once again showing some aggressiveness onto the lanes here, really just being a bully right now. And they've got some very good vision as well. One kind of behind that tier 2 around the tier 3 mid, and see if they're going to be able to continue to defend it. Ravage, you already see the mana just constantly getting burned. At least KYXY's got some wands, got some soul rings available, but I mean, now not having a potential Ravage for this fight could be...
No pipe either. He panic popped it. He's like, I need to be able to get it off at least. They're just waiting it out. It's expired now, and now they're just going to continue pushing the tier 2 tower.
And if a fight breaks out right now, they will not have the BKB on the Monkey King. You see, he's trying to find that extra little bit of gold down, but now it has it completed. It's going to TP back, but tier 2 tower is already being claimed here. Look, let's see if they want to stick around on this high ground. Maybe see if Galaxy Racer get a little bit too antsy walking up. They don't have the Lycan in the vicinity. Yes, you can join very fast with the shapeshift, but they're going to smoke up, keeping KYXY in the front line. They're going to wrap all the way around, it looks like. Try and go to their vision advantage that they have. So important to smoke to your wards.
I don't know.
Play around.
With KYXY's positioning, he needs to be the one running first with his smokes.
1, 2, 3. Oh, no. I mean, 1, 2, 3's got the BKB. He should be able to get the shapeshift off. Do they have the damage to be able to go through it? No, just in the nick of time. D-Streets with the stun. After that, Winter's Curse, now with the Underlord's going to get caught out as well. Drops the Pierce, holding in 3. The Ravage as well gets a Supernova off. And meanwhile, Lacony on the high ground. D-Street's going to blink forward as well. They melt through 3 on Lilgun. Sanctity will at least be able to find some revenge in the Winter Wyvern. Nicely wrapped through. Oh, nicely done from Ghost. Going to be able to cancel the roll. 2 minutes stun though. Now Sanctity does have the damage to be able to go through. He does. Monkey will fall. Silence is preventing any more abilities from coming through. Gets another roll away, but where's the extra fall power? But D-Streets once again with the blink. Sanctity going to try and disengage with the Spirit Vessel, and the bugs constantly chasing Alacrity. Will claim the kill, and it looks like they're even going to find an extra target as well as Galaxy Racer flying all 5 here from what started with an incredible smoke maneuver, wrapping all the way around. The Curse setting up for that Rolling Thunder, preventing the BKB from getting off, and well, that's big from Galaxy now.
It is big, you know, being able to turn that one around. I was a little concerned, you know, as you saw, they used 2 ultimates on top of each other, not making full use out of the Rolling Thunder and the Winter's Curse, but it was enough. The KOXY was actually, turns out, positioned pretty well in that he was in the way of any sort of assistance coming through to that Lycan, so it was something that worked out for them in the end. I just want to point out as well, Alacrity did not use his Mjolnir that fight. You just forget about it. There's so much going on. There's like all these mechanical skills that you need to remember. You're like, oh yeah, I've got this thing that I need to use on myself.
I'm excited to really see this Ag Shard as well be utilized as well once the Weaver's able to get a couple more damage items. You know, Scotty's not fully known for damage, but at least it's going to be nice to help tank him up, and the effect of it will give you a little bit of stats to help out. But yeah, this Shard's going to be a nuisance.
Yeah, the attack modifier is proc.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
So
yeah.
It's just tons of slows for the entire team fight. I really like the Skadi with this one. I'm not sure actually if the I guess it would, right? If you get level 25, the +1 Geminate attack, so there's going to just be bugs flying around everywhere, even with the shard.
Sounds like a whole lot of damage. And if Radiant can survive through it, I mean, as this game continues on, like, Dia got some big old team fights, they got some big old scalability as well. So how do we feel, who do you think is in the driver's seat at the moment? I mean, Dia got 1,000 net worth lead, but can they take this one?
If Alacrity, I don't think he has, for one team fight, just been able to sit back, get a swarm onto at least 3 heroes, and just start right-clicking one of them, it's going to be a pretty easy galaxy.
KOXY. Well, this is a nice way to start the fight with the break. They're going to be able to burst through the Tide Hunter before the rest of the team comes through. Still gets a Ravage off. It's going to allow Alacrity to deal with the Supernova. Even the Penguin is going to come over as well. It looks like Ghost with the Pound Stone forward, drops the Wukong to man at the choke point, but where's the extra control? Marvel's going to be able to run away. 3-4-3. Commits the ultimate. Lycan stuck inside the beak. Going to be able to utilize his magic immunity, but is enough to run himself away. Hishki, a beautiful 2-man stun, just keeps Lycan alive, and meanwhile Senkin, he's been able to clean up with the back, man. They've done an incredible job to wait out that Wukong to man. 4 down on Galaxy. Alacrity does get the cleanup, so he'll find the back on the Lycan, but man, a clutch impale there.
Hishki again, just coming in with the plays. It's insane how many times he's saved these team fights, or at least been able to salvage something for Lilgun with a 2-3-man impale coming through. Well, there's that. He's actually opted to go for the Shikuchi movement speed, so I don't mind it. You know, you want to be able to just quickly get away from the Lycan. I think that's something that Galaxy Racer, if they really want to stamp their authority on this game, they need to be a little bit better at just kiting out this Lycan. You know, you've got a Winter Wyvern who's got a Blink Dagger, so you can immediately just get out of dodge. You've got Shikuchi, you've got a Tide Hunter that's also got a Blink Dagger, and he's inherently tanky. Pangolier can swashbuckle. You've got the Monkey King as well.
Looks like they just want to try and get this T3 down, dip out. They might even just get the Weaver kill instead. Never mind. I'll dip out. Alacrity, half HP, keeps his life thanks to 3-4-3. Now Roshan, it is about to be up though.
And DD
it is up
well.
actually, I should say.
It out.
This could be big. Whoever's able to take that next Roche, Alacrity's going to DD that one up in the bottle.
Yeah, they're going to take away this outpost from the Radiant first, just so that if there is any buybacks that need to be expended, and be able to instantly get back right into the fight. They've got it on both of their main cores, on Galaxy Racer and just the Earth Spirit now, but with every little second that drops by, a couple more supports have now got it on Lilgun.
Have a big fight breakout. Vision so important. You already see the Wolves scouting out, being the nuisance. If they can find 3-4-3, important targets to be able to deal with the life throughout the fight. Are going to be able to bring him down. He doesn't. The buyback there with the blink 4, but Tidehunter's is going to get sunned up, and Spike Average doesn't have the Ravage as well. They're going to try and turn their attention to the Supernova. They're able to bring it down. Looks like Radiant need to disengage now. Already losing 2. Nyx Assassin forces the buyback.
This is big for Racer. They've seen the shapeshift used. He doesn't have Refresher. You've got Phoenix dead. He's not going to want to buy back with no Supernova. This should be a pretty easy road.
It's going to be KOX with the double Ravage here. That's an outpost you cannot claim as Alacrity with the DD. Brings him down. It's 3, and they do not have buyback on the Nyx and the Underlord, so they will not be able to contest this Roshan. Very, very ambitious outpost attempt to be claimed there, and that's just going to cost you 2 heroes and also this second Roche.
I think ambitious is the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
It was bordering on stupid. You know the entire team is there. You know you have no shapeshift. You know you have no meaning, and they lost nothing outside of a Wyvern. Did he buy back on 343? No, he didn't even have to buy back. So I don't know. Seems a little bit odd to me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's gonna be nice with the psychic headband though for 343, assuming that he's not just pain stunned from 100 to 0, being able to just push, let's say, the Earth Spirit away from him.
Even that just increased cast range as well, enabling just a curse. You see he's got the blink to, better his positioning through fights. It's a big item here to help out, especially, the cold embrace as well, to kind of prevent the Lycan wolves and a lot of the damage throughout the engagement. So see if this extra range is going to be enough to help out pretty big here. But Galaxy Racer in the lead now. Is 343 just going to block up on the high ground. They found the Phoenix and forced no one to really help out. At least he does have a buyback here.
He's got the supernova as well.
They're going to make him work for it.
Now Alacrity, we were talking about needing to wait for a little bit more of the damage. Well, he's got it now. He's got the Daedalus finished up, choosing to hold on to the gem as well, not even needing those power treads. I can see why. Ishki has just been so key to a lot of these team fights, so you can't let him get in on the backlines.
Close, almost hitting that stun. Could have cost him there. They were able to find that one. Just
the spell prism on the Weaver. Good luck catching him. It's basically 100% uptime of the Shikuchi if you want it. Like half a second, you're out of it.
It's already so slippery, and so we would have got a couple 25s. Monkey King just hits his as well, so he's got that additional Wukong's command. You spoke about the fact that Galaxy Racer kind of struggled with their high ground execution last game with being able to end it. Now the Monkey King can just make it that much easier if you want to commit the Wukongs, really zone Lilgun away. The issue if you do that though is then you don't have the Wukongs kind of prevent the Lycan from just running headfirst into the middle of the fight. As who's hunting who though?
I feel like he's going to take a good amount of damage though if he tries to do that. He gets away in time. You've got the DD on the top side though. Alacrity will say thank you very much. Yeah, I feel like especially now that they've got the Abyssal Blade, if Lycan runs forward, you've got the damage to burst him.
Hishki's still scouting, but is going to be careful because they're kind of setting up at the moment, although Radiant underneath their vision.
They know. Or
they don't have Ghost at the moment, who is showing top. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to utilize that Observer Ward.
There we go. Well, it's just slowly strangling them inside their base. Hishki's chasing them around it. There we go. That's what the use of that Sentry Ward is. Goodbye, Nyx Assassin.
He does have a buyback as well, and Nyx has been pretty important in these fights. Sanctity even's going to roll in forward as well, but now this gives the opportunity for Galaxy Racer to walk up. We'll see if they can execute this high ground push a little bit better than game one. Tier 3 tower taking a beating at the moment. They ain't got the help of Catapult. D-Street's actually going to roll in forward, trying to chain lock, even utilizing the shot as well. Perfectly done. The Underlord's in trouble. The E-Blade just in the nick of time, but it looks like he's still going to end up falling. Phoenix even going to get caught out as well here. Lycan on top of the backline. The stab, trying to find 3-4-3. Even going to get cursed up here. Still going to end up falling to the summits, but now it needs a little bit extra help. It's got the BKB, but the Abyssal Blade's going to prevent that. Sanctity with the rolling forth, drops to magnetize. Is there any more follow-up though, Radiant? They just don't have the buybacks. The numbers aren't there. So they're going to end up losing a full set. Let's see if they lose any more though.
And there's the strength of that Wukong's. It's just so much harder to fight into a lot of these team fights, 5v5, let alone when you've already lost one of your key heroes for winning these fights.
Back up they go. Underlord, such a key hero for their defense. Without him, it's going to be so much more difficult. They still got the supernova, but Shapeshift is on cooldown for another 40 seconds.
They're just wanting to make
KYXY.
maximum use out of the Sages as well. Still another 20 seconds on Alacrity.
Radiant's middle barracks
They feel
under attack.
very content with walking up.
Middle barracks.
Carrying the world right now. Yeah, looks like they're going to go for the Mega.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Forcing them
1, 2, 3.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still a little bit of ultimates on cooldown for Radiant as well. Let's see if they can delay long enough.
I think they're happy to back off now. They just go on.
I'm gonna hold this high ground just if Lilgun get a little bit antsy and walk up.
He's spoiled for choice right now on the Monkey King. Do I want the Illusionist Cape? Do I want the Penta Edge Sword? Or do I want the Powdered Sword? He's gonna go for the Penta, so the ridiculous attack range gets worse.
Oh lord. Extra 45 damage is nice as well. And even if you get a maimed, like inside your Wukong command, just at movement speed slow, it's going to be nice to kind of reduce the ways they can get outside of already such a drastic AoE with that level 25 talent for the Wukong's command.
There you go, the smoke, the wraparound. They're trying to catch somebody out. KYXY is in a good position though.
They're so aware.
Spot this out.
I mean, it's going to be really obvious with top getting shoved in, bots in. You see, also the line got drawn from Dire, and now they're even showing up here. Yeah, they go up. Ghost. Yeah, you can just chuck out that ultimate if you want to. You're going to have to do something before he gets it down, but it looks like a little bit too late. 1, 2, 3, even commits a shapeshift. But he's going to have to run all the way through, and now the shapeshift, they're just wasting a lot of the duration here, Ghost. Just sieging. It's about to expire. Now the Lycan's going to move on forward, but they need to commit, but they don't get to stun the Lycan. He pops the beacon, 3, 4, 3 with the counter initiation. Tries to curse on top 3, but the Eagle's going to disrupt the damage down with the rolling forward as well with the Raven. Locks him in place. Underlook, falling low. They're in trouble on top of the backline. Nobody visibly controlling. Supernova's going to end up popping over the extra round. And look at the damage coming out though. Lackman's still going to pay the price. He pops a cheese, but where's the extra help on the backline? Lackman will pay the price. Sanctity, he doesn't have enough health to be able to man fight them. It looks like now they need an Uber disengage. Marvel's going to get out fast now. Lackman is back in with the buyback in the time. 5 seconds going to be it. The G's are dropped as the high ground siege comes through. Galaxy will force a game 3.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
You see how much easier things are when you can just drop on Wukongs and not have a care in the world about what they're trying to do. It's just night and day the difference between that high ground siege from game 1 to game 2.
Yeah.